Summer storm resulted in a dangerous situation for a Northland family. They tried to get the problem solved.
Well, when they got nowhere, they called for action. Here's Keith King.
Yeah, good evening. The August storm knocked over a power pole, and worried about a dangerous wire, the family then made a number of phone calls to KCP&L and AT&T. Nothing happened, so they called for action. Eric Vorvart showed me around his neighborhood, pointing out the problem that once threatened his home. And point again to where it was located.
It was just the other side of the sycamore tree here.
A utility pole similar to this was anchored in Eric's backyard, next to his sycamore tree along this fence. And in August, a powerful storm pushed that pole over.
The only thing keeping it upright was the top rail on the fence itself.
Eric worried the pole would continue to fall closer to his home, exposing electric power lines. He says he called KCP&L and AT&T a half dozen times each. No one, he says, seemed to listen.
The first words I'd say to him was, I've got a dangerous situation here, and I'd explain to him, you know, they've got a pole coming down in my backyard, and I could never get anybody to do anything about it.
As days turned into weeks, the pole continued to lean more. Then last week, during a call for action phone-in special, Eric picked up the phone and called us. I contacted an AT&T media spokesman, and by the end of the week,
I couldn't believe it, to be honest with you.
Eric returned home to find the dangerous utility pole in his backyard gone. He says crews had also installed an anchor for his utility pole in his front yard. The problem now solved, and Eric is relieved.
We call in to call for action, and literally the next day they've got the problem taken care of.
And Eric tells me AT&T workers inspected the pole the day before it was removed, describing it as dangerous. Late today, AT&T tells me that a KCP&L contractor actually removed that pole. If you find yourself in a similar situation involving dangerous wires, realize that you may need to make several contacts with several utility companies before you find the responsible one. Like Eric, you'll need to be diligent, and if that doesn't work, call for action. For Call for Action, I'm Keith King.
Kansas City.